Right now, Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We've got things to talk about on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call.
Hello and welcome into the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call. I'm your host tonight, Cassidy Wood, joined alongside Robby and Incmikoski, and we have a Bucco game going on as we speak. The Pirates taking on Colorado. They were down 2-0 for most of this one in the eighth now, I believe, and just took the lead 3-2. Shout out Nick Gonzalez hitting a triple, scoring Spencer Horwitz all the way from first to take the lead. So looks like hopefully maybe the Pirates can hang on. Maybe the closers, maybe the bullpen can come in and hold on to this one-run lead and pull out a win tonight, but we will see. Like I said, join alongside Robby tonight. And, you know, Robby, we were talking last night. This is an important series for the Pirates. They need to sweep this weekend.
Well, I mean, look, Cassidy, winning series is what matters. A sweep would be nice, but if they don't, okay, not the end of the world. But at the same time, come from behind win. Again, we said this last night, records, yes, they matter, but anybody can win in the game of baseball on any given night. Doesn't matter where you are. So we got one out in the bottom half of the eighth inning. I'm actually tracking it right now. So the Buccos are still up 3-2, actually 2 outs in the bottom of the eighth inning. So if they can win, they go 2 games over 500. You're looking at another game where they're 4 outs away from getting a win. So let me fix my collar right here, make sure I look good enough to keep talking about the Buccos here, Cassidy. Look, they put themselves in a good position despite everything that's been happening so far.
Yeah.
Yes, would a sweep be nice? Certainly it would. But a game above 500, you're able to come back home. You got to face, I believe it's Seattle and Cincinnati coming in here. So, look, they're putting themselves in a good position. It doesn't matter who you're playing. A come-from-behind win is a good way to win a ball game.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Now, Bubba Chandler on the bump tonight. 6 innings. I mean, it was a decent showing, 74 pitches, I believe, is second longest so far this season. Only 1 strikeout. But, you know, he's a young guy, and he's just hitting his groove right now in the major leagues. And so hopefully he gets more chances like this one.
Yeah, certainly he will. And he put up another quality start tonight. And remember, we talked about the bumps in the road. Remember when the whole move happened with Jared Jones coming back from Tommy John surgery and the move with Carmen Mlodzinski as they were headed into Houston, to start the month of June, and moving him to the bullpen. And everybody, not everybody, I should say, a lot of people were saying, what about Bubba Chandler? Let's move Bubba Chandler to the bullpen.
Right.
Guess what? Look what Bubba Chandler's doing right now. It ebbs and flows. A season ebbs and flows. And I know it's hard. You have to create content every night of the week, and we have to be as creative as we can. But the game of baseball, Cassidy, sometimes just doesn't function like that. You can dissect and do an autopsy on a Steelers game on a Monday because you got 6 days to talk about it. But if the Buccos lose tonight, guess what? There's another one tomorrow. And guess what? There's another one Sunday. And then they come home, right? So it's not a real reactionary game, I guess I should say, in terms of the emotions behind it. Now you lose 7, 8, 10 in a row, then you might have a little bit of a problem on your hands.
Right.
But they won the series in Sacramento against the A's. And then you come from behind win if they're able to hang on right now. I'm looking right now. They're 1 strike away from getting out of the eighth inning. But at the same time, look, if you're the Buccos right now, if they can go 3-1 in the first 4 games, their worst case scenario is a 500 trip. Win a game tomorrow, you got a chance to go 5-1.
Yeah.
Right? So, look, you got to be pretty confident. In the Bubba Chandler thing, ride it out. Just let him work his way out of it. That's why starters get 33 starts in a season, Cassidy. So let these guys kind of work their way out of it a little bit. That's why I was stressing patience with this bullpen. Although, look, it's a little extreme, all right? I understand that. There's some extended struggles here. But at the same time, just let it breathe a little bit, let him work his way out.
Yeah. Now, touching on the bullpen, but also our Penn West University question of the night. Do you agree with the Pirates trading Joey Bart? Of course, last night, right after we got off of Sports Call, the news broke that they were trading Joey Bart. So a little bit of a shock, I think, in a sense. But, I mean, he is able to go back home. He's from Atlanta. So it seems like it was kind of a win-win for both sides. Now they're getting Stratton back here, who obviously was drafted here to Pittsburgh back in 2017. He played a lot, obviously, 2023 to 25, but now he's coming back. And so maybe this will help add to the bullpen. He is going to be in AAA Indy for a little bit, but, that'll add some depth.
Well, bullpen arms right now, as we've obviously seen, are at an elite premium. Now, look, is Hunter Stratton going to be the answer? I don't think anybody's going to say, yes, our bullpen woes are solved. But if you can get a guy who is kind of still finding his way a little bit. I remember I worked Hunter Stratton's Major League debut at PNC Park back in, I believe it was September 2023, whenever it was. But anyways, look, Joey Bart is a former second overall pick. He was going to be the heir apparent at some point in time to Buster Posey with the San Francisco Giants. Obviously, that didn't work out that way. He comes here, gives you a little bit of production. Over the last couple seasons, he tailed off a little bit. He got hurt. He went on the injured list, right? So, the Pirates have Hank Davis and you got Endy Rodriguez. It's hard to carry three catchers, especially when the only guy who is really versatile is Endy Rodriguez, who could play first base. But then you got Horwitz, you got O'Hearn, you got people who could play first base. So that kind of made Joey Bart expendable a little bit in this situation. So, look, they need bullpen arms. They just need them. And I don't know. I said this to Richie Walsh, master of the hair gel, or the hair pomade, I should say, is getting some depth with the bullpen. What can they do? Who can they trade for at this point in time? There's no urgency. We're not toward the trade deadline, so it's not like teams are clamoring and fighting against one another to pay a premium for an Aroldis Chapman or whoever else might be an impending free agent who's a power arm late in a late inning situation. So. Look, Ben's doing the best he can. It's just hard to stack up a bullpen at this point in the season from outside your own organization. Yeah,
I agree with you there. I did want to read one quote from Henry Davis. He said, quote, "One of the best teammates I ever had," obviously talking about Joey Bart. "One of my good friends. I'll miss him a lot. He's been great for me, not only as a friend, but as a teammate. Really happy that he's happy and he gets to go home. The craziest part of the game, or obviously we're so blessed, but you don't get to spend much time around family. Now he can do that, so I'm happy for him." So it does seem like it was a little bit of a win-win situation. You mentioned he was injured. He came off the injured list, I believe, last month around May 15th. And yeah, this last month was probably pretty tough for him and for the rest of the team. So it does feel like it's a win-win situation.
Well, we'll see. It's not really something, it's a note in a transaction column when you really look at it. But at the same time, bullpen arms are bullpen arms, and they are not going to – look, the Pirates aren't going to turn down anybody at this point. And I'm sure what I would love to be is a fly in a wall when Ben Cherington is making phone calls trying to find a reliever, because it's not an easy thing to do. As for Joey Bart, look, the guy's not going to step in and start for one of the best teams in Major League Baseball, the Atlanta Braves, right? And they were the best team in baseball, got off to a white-hot start to the season the first couple months. Yeah, they've kind of come back down to earth a little bit. But at the same time, that's a hard roster to crack in Atlanta. But look, Joey Bart has the pedigree. He has the skills. He has the talent. For whatever reason, it just didn't come together. And hopefully Hank Davis can produce a little bit more at the plate. Yeah. And, they're not going to have to dig a little bit deeper to either get another reliever or find another catcher.
Yeah. All right, guys, with that, we're going to head to our first break. Give us a call, 412-575-2600. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to the Nightly Sports Call. This is our Xfinity tweet of the night from Josh Roundtree. Neil Shipley, for the third time in 3 major championship appearances, will play into the weekend. Shipley is 4 over at the U.S. Open, inside of the cut line. He'll play with Ben Cawley in Saturday's 3rd round at Shinnecock. So we do have the U.S. Open going on right now in Shinnecock. It's been pretty fun to watch. Golf season is well underway. And
I just met Neil Shipley's dad last week and his mom.
No way. Where?
Yeah, we had an event. A local bank here had an event. Really good people. He's living in Florida full time. His life has really, his career has really taken off. I don't know much about golf, but I had a chance to spend a couple minutes with his parents at Acrisure Stadium at a breakfast last week. Really good people, real easy guy to root for. I've never met Neil. I would love to meet him someday. But his parents are really good people. Dad's a huge sports fan, huge Pirates fan, Neil Sr. So I wish Neil the best, and I hope he does really well.
Oh, that's so cool. That's awesome that you got to meet him. They do seem like such a great family. I mean, he seems like such a genuine guy, but most Pittsburghers do.
Maybe we'll get him on a sports call one night.
Yeah, maybe we will. Maybe we will.
Cassidy, I as we were going to break, it pains me. It pains me, Cassidy. Tell everybody what happened.
Colorado just scored 2 runs. Mason Montgomery gave up 2 earned runs, literally as we were tossing a break. We were just talking about these bullpen issues, and here it is again.
Now I got to hear it from my friend Nick Martini. I know we're going to hear it. Junior and senior, I know it.
Yeah, we kind of cursed them as we were heading to break. We were like, hopefully they can close this one out. They can close this one out.
This is one of those.
Yeah.
Oh, man, right as we were saying it. But you never know. You never know.
Yeah, never know.
They still got another inning. They have 3 more outs. They got a chance.
Yeah, they do still have a chance here. Something else going on right now that a lot of people in the city are excited about is the World Cup. It's kind of shocking to me, Robby. I knew that we had soccer fans in Pittsburgh. Obviously, we have the Riverhounds, the Riveters, and over there at now F&B Stadium, no longer Highmark. It always feels like it's such a good crowd out there, thousands of people, and they have been holding watch parties for this World Cup over there anytime the U.S. plays. I mean, today it looked like a ton of people were over there. Bob Pompiani was out there talking to people, just taking it all in. It was a beautiful day to do it as well. But what surprises me, too, is, people are coming out to watch not just the U.S., but other teams too. I heard Tom's Watch Bar had a huge crowd there watching the Ghana game. So I feel like it's a little surprising to me here in the city how many soccer fans we really have.
Well, that's because they come out once every how many years for the World Cup, by and large. Let's be honest here. I went and watched the game with a good friend of mine, Scott Bonnet, former Pirates clubhouse manager, and we watched the game today, U.S.-Australia. It was a great game. Enjoyed watching it. It's a lot of fun. The pageantry is amazing. But what's interesting is all of a sudden everybody becomes a soccer fan. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. Let me tell you something about the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. That is a first-class operation and a first-class organization, the way they run things, starting with Tuffy Schellenberger all the way down to everybody else the rest of the way.
They're the USL reigning champs.
They are, and they're reigning champs. Rob Vincent, the head coach, first full season. What they do with that stadium and the way they use it and the way they put on events and the way they treat their fans is first class. So it's awesome. Good on the Pittsburgh Riverhounds doing what they're doing. I think these watch parties are getting, if I'm not mistaken, a couple thousand people are going out to watch these games. And the Riverhounds are selling games out. They're the defending champions. They got a great young head coach. And I hope the game of soccer grows here in the city of Pittsburgh. And the pageantry is amazing to see. I really don't know how good the USA is or isn't or what their chances are of winning the tournament. I know they're in the knockout stage at this point in time, and they're playing, I believe, is it Turkey? I heard Jessica Guay say on the 25th, so they got 6 days. So what's that coming up on Thursday, I believe? Look, it's a lot of fun, and it brings people together. And you see all these fans coming over. I think I saw fans, I believe it was for the Team Japan. They were eating barbecue for the first time. And a guy came over from another place.
I love these videos.
He was eating ribs. He was taking out the forks, and the guy was like, dude, bro, hold on. Get your hands dirty and eat those ribs. So it's a lot of fun, and it's really, really cool to see the United States of America hosting a bunch of these games, and it's a lot of fun. I wish Acrisure Stadium could host World Cup games because, man, would that be a lot of fun, and what a boost that would be for our economy here in Western Pennsylvania.
Oh, my gosh, it's so much fun. All the social media videos, of people coming here to America and trying new things. I saw a video of this British girl that went to a Walmart for her first time, and she was literally freaking out that she was like, you guys have technology here and clothes and food. This is insane. And then she picked up a 2-gallon box of goldfish. She's like, this is 2 gallons of goldfish. Who needs this much goldfish? I'm like, America, baby. Welcome. Welcome to it.
I can't say it any better than that, Cass. Amen.
All right. Well, with that, guys, we're going to head to our last break. Give us a call at 412-575-2600. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to the Nightly Sports Call. I'm your host tonight, Cassidy Wood, joined alongside Robby Incmikoski. And sorry, we were having a little bit of technical difficulties, but we're going to try to get a caller in here now. Randy from West End. Hi, Randy.
Hi, Cassidy. How are you?
Good. How are you? Jeez.
Good. Fine. What's up, Rob? How you doing, buddy?
Randy, my man, what's going on, brother?
This is so hard to watch. You know, they're out there beating up Oakland, right? What's this guy do? They get a day off the next day. He brings in a completely new lineup, and they're losing. They're not hitting the ball at all. They're not even connecting.
How about to the tune of bases loaded, no outs, as I look right here in the top of the 9th inning? So these are your battling buccos right now, Randy. What do you think of that?
We love a good rally. Come on.
Oh, Randy, all I can say to you is keep the faith, brother. Keep the faith, Randy. Bases loaded, no outs. The battling buccos are going to get a ball in the gap. They're going to take the lead. They're going to win 5-4.
They can never make it easy. They can never make it easy.
Wish I could just. Again, we were on the air when this was going down, but I believe they had 2 outs, and I want to say 2 outs, 2 strikes, nobody on, or at least it was 2 outs, nobody on.
Yeah.
And they gave up 2 runs. So
not good.
Look, I'm not ready to rule it all. Even if they blow tonight, maybe I've been around baseball too long, Cassidy. 16 years working in the game.
You know how to look at it
it's
from
hard
like a
to just
1,000
overreact
foot.
to one game,
Right.
and it's disappointing. I know what the record is for the Colorado Rockies. I get it. I know it. But at the same time, keep the faith. It's not all is lost. They lose games. I promise you, they're going to win games they shouldn't win. They're going to lose games they shouldn't lose.
And another guy to keep your eye on, too, is Endy Rodriguez. I mean, he came up, in the last month. He's catching tonight. He's 0 for 3, I think, at the plate tonight. So hopefully he gets it going a little bit, because obviously Henry Davis is really struggling. It'd be nice to have a catcher who can hit somewhat consistently.
Yeah, I mean, look, catcher's a tough position to get high averages. But, look, all it takes is one big hit. And just hopefully keep this momentum going coming off the trip to Sacramento.
It is kind of crazy, too, with Henry Davis. He was known for his hitting when he was in college. And then to kind of be known now for the flip side, his defense right now, and being able to call the games, and his relationship with Paul Skeens. And, it's all that side instead of his hitting. I wonder if, because he was so focused on that side of his game, it's affected now his offense.
Well, I think it took a while. He had to learn to catch when he got to the big leagues, or when, as he was working his way through professional baseball, I should say, not necessarily the big leagues, but you cannot doubt the skill set that Henry Davis has.
Yeah.
Look, like I said, I hate beating a dead horse here, but the guy's work ethic is unmatched.
Yeah.
I don't know how it doesn't translate. I really don't.
Yeah.
And I hope it does. And maybe this opportunity, maybe you don't have, a third catcher with, an extensive amount of big league experience behind him in Joey Bart. And look, and Joey and Henry obviously have a great relationship. Endy is one of the most well-liked teammates you'll ever be around. That guy is wonderful around the clubhouse. But look, production is the only thing that matters, and I get that. And I got ripped on social media talking about how great Donnie Kelly is, this and that, good guy, good to community.
Why would you get ripped about that,
These guys know, because people get angry, and that's okay, and it's social media. It's part of the gig. I get it. I'm a grown man. I can wear it. But what I'm saying is, this is a process. We're entering late June at this point in time, June 19th.
Yeah.
But look, teams find themselves. How many times have we seen a team, catch fire at some point in time? Look at the 07 Colorado Rockies with Clint Hurdle. They won 22 of 23, and they made a run all the way to the World Series.
Yeah,
lost to a red-hot Boston Red Sox team in the World Series. So I'm just not at the point yet where I'm going to panic yet. It's going to take a while for me to get there.
Yeah, definitely. Well, hopefully the Battle in Buccos can pull out a win tonight. We'll see what happens. But I think that about wraps it up for us. Are you with me tomorrow night?
No, I am not.
Okay. You're heading to Philly, huh?
I'm heading to Philly. Father's Day with my dad, Ray.
Aww.
Happy early Father's Day, Ray.
Yeah, happy early Father's Day to all the fathers out there, by the way. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Robby, thank you for
Cassidy,
joining me.
thanks. I enjoyed it.
And I will be back here tomorrow night, same place, same time, but new guest.